Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. Today's sketch for 30 Days of Sketches is this one right here. It's got lots of horizontal lines, some big old embellishment and title, and this was created by Sherry Rubini. Now, you see this sketch, and you know what I think? Stacked washi, so that's definitely going to happen. And I am scrapbooking these two photos right here. So these are pictures from when we went to the fondue place. They gave us celebration beverages because it was our anniversary, and then I had a cocktail. I can't even remember what it is, but the ice cube filled the entire glass. It was humongous, and they put a chocolate on it. So I am going to make that happen. So let's see what I can do. P.S. It is Sips and Stencil Thursday, so I am actually sipping wine in my iWine because I'm not at Disney glass, and I'm going to be using the October stencil of the month from Scrapping Reflections. So now let's see what I can do. All right, guys, so I have put the October stencil of the month into my IKEA box that I use as a spray box. And I am using multiple sprays. So I have some Tattered Angels chalkboard spray. I've got some Studio Calico Color Theory. I've got a little bit of Brutus Monroe. So I am spraying the heck out of this stencil. And I actually end up spraying it so much that there's so much bleed through that I don't use the paper underneath of it. I end up using one of the stencil prints that I pull. So I decided to pull a stencil print with a watercolor 12 by 12 piece of paper, and I probably should have pulled that print the second time instead of the first time. I would have gotten better results. But this is all about experimentation. Plus I put the paper down and it didn't land correctly, so whatever. So I pulled that one off. I'm like, not too happy with that one. Let me pull another print. So I'm just using some Close to My Heart cardstock, and that's the print I pulled from that one. And then ultimately I decide to pull one more print, and this one has barely any ink on it whatsoever. So this is not giving me the ink coverage that I want. So I'm going to pull that off, and I'm like, oh, look at that overspray. Put that off to the side, not even going to worry about that, and then I'm going to go with the second print I pulled. Because, like I said, I sprayed a whole heck of a lot of spray on that stencil. So much that there was overspray. But with this stencil print, you can see the varying shades of red. Now, I purposefully chose red. You guys might or might not believe it because it's not something I do all the time. But I purposefully chose red because of the red in the photographs. Kind of crazy. I know that I'm actually picking colors from my photographs, but in this case, I think it turned out pretty okay. So I am going to use these two rolls of paper tape, and that is going to represent the big banner portion of the sketch. And then I'm just going to flip through my washi collection and find other ones that will work. So I decide to bring in some silver, and I also decide to bring in some black. So this, I would still consider this a monochromatic page, even though it has black and silver on it. Black is a neutral, and I feel like silver is an accent, so it's totally monochromatic. If you agree with me, great, let me know. If you disagree and say this is not monochromatic, let me know as well. You might call it monocrapic, which is what was coming out of my mouth because I couldn't say monochromatic. So I have a couple different silver washies. I do replicate that one silver washi tape. For me, what that does is joins the top of the page to the bottom of the page. It solidifies that kind of like one whole idea of a layout. Sometimes when I do stacked washi technically this isn't exactly stacked because they're not touching each other, and a stacked washi layout for me touches. So this is like lined up washi, but stacked washi sounds so much better than lined up washi. With the way I position the photos and the two different silver washi tapes, it kind of pulls the layout in, and I feel like the layout is this 1 12x12 paper, because sometimes I feel like the layout just kind of like could just go out forever. It's weird. It's all in, I know it's all in my head, but it's fine, you guys, it's fine. So what I do is I trim down those photos to 4 by 5 3/4, and what that woo, well, that's kind of snuck up on me, excuse me, sorry about that. What that does is allow me to use these 4 by 6 cards that I have in my 4 by 6 card stash. So I'm not cutting off anything important out of the photo, it's just basically the table. Now, it has been a while since we've gone and done fondue. So I think it might be, yes, my husband is sitting here listening to the voiceover, and that was kind of a hint to him, and he definitely just gave me the look, so we might or might not be doing fondue soon. I'm getting the thumbs up, you guys. Fondue soon. I'm so excited. So excited. I love our fondue place. It's amazing. We'll have to talk about fondue on Whiny Wednesday where we can like chat back and forth about it, because I mean, what is not to love? It's cheese and yum, right? It's cheese and yum. That's all I've got to say about that. So I did pull a couple of sticker sheets out. I only ended up using one. My plan was to use a couple of the stickers on the one that has all the letters on it, but I completely forgot about it. And right now, you guys, it's not hard to completely forget about it because the room is atrocious, like absolutely atrocious. I was doing so good and it was kept so clean for so long. And then I went on a retreat and it all just tumbled downhill from there because I never fully put away everything from the retreat. It's just a wreck. Anyway, I am going to use this Valentine sticker sheet because there's lots of red on it. And I am going to place some stickers strategically. So in the sketch, there are big florals, and that signifies either A, big florals, or big embellishment. And I'm not going that big because there is a lot going on this layout. And if you were watching me doing this voiceover, you can see all the hand motions that I've got going on for the big and a lot. And like I made flower shapes. It's weird. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get those stickers down. So I have so much love, because this is a Valentine's layout. So it is great. And I thought that the sticker that says 2 is always better than 1 was hilarious since there's 2 different kind of drinks in the layout here. I think it's funny. You might not like get my sense of humor, but it's fine, right? Like you don't have to think everything I think is funny. And then I am finally going to flip through my enamel dots. I've got some red ones, so I'm going to pop those down as well. And that's just going to give me a little bit of a different texture on the page because this is a very flat layout. I don't even have anything up on Fun Foam. It is very flat and stickery. So the enamel dots just give it that tiny little bit of lift and interest. So, like I said, let me know in the comments down below if you think this is monochromatic or is there too much other stuff besides red on here. I'm really curious on what everyone's thoughts on monochromatic are. And yeah, that is going to do it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out everyone who's playing along with 30 Days of Sketches, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.